Okay, here we go on Ron Paul again. Alright? I never said the man was a bad man. I never even said that he was a bad congressman or politician. Alright? I think he has some good ideas. I think he really does. Okay? The reason why I say Barack Obama seems like a better candidate is because, yes, as some of you commented, I know he's talking about leaving a garrison in Iraq. I realize that. He's talking about leaving a garrison in Iraq. So that way, just in case Iran or Syria or one of those other places try to take it over, we have some land. You know, we got a base, we got something where we can go in there and say, hey, get the fuck out of Iraq. We can run right back in there. You know, we have a standing point, a standing ground against other countries that will invade the country. I don't think we should pull it. You can't pull everybody out. You know, you pull everybody out, you gotta risk genocide, just like Vietnam. 3 million people were killed. 3 million people were killed after we completely pulled out of Vietnam. You know, so we gotta leave a base there. I think. You know, we gotta leave a base there. Do we need to be going out on patrols and getting into firefights and shit like that with all these Iraqis and shit? No. Hey, let them fight it out. Let the Iraqis fight it out. Not the Iranians, not the Syrians. Let the Iraqis fight it out. You know? But we should have a base there just in case, you know, the Iranians launch, you know, 100,000 of their troops, of their Republican Guard into Iraq. Hey, we got a couple thousand troops there ready to repel it. You know? Of course, it'll probably be Marines or Army. They'll repel it, and we got air support and everything else. You know? Barack Obama wants to take the majority of the troops out of Iraq, and basically, if you will, it'd be a flip-flop. You take the level of troops in Afghanistan and put that in Iraq, which would be around 20,000 troops. You take the 160,000 troops in Iraq and put them in Afghanistan, where the September 11th bombings started from. You know, that whole Obama thing, war on terror, you know, that thing? Yeah, remember that? Well, yeah, that's still going on. It's just, like, you know, a couple countries over. You know, you just got to get on a map and look it up. Reason why I say we don't need a Republican. Republicans are good for some things, you know? Republicans are good. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not just downing Republicans saying, oh, just, you know, Ron Paul because he's a Republican, we don't need him. Alright? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's the Republican views we don't need right now. Right now we don't need those. Some Republican views we do need. You know? I'm all for the death penalty. You know? Shit like that. I'm all for that. And harsher punishments on our prisoners and our prisons. Our prison system. Throw our criminals in a fucking cage. Treat them like a dog. They want to act like a dog. They want to act like an animal on the street. Fucking treat them like one. You cage them up. You leave them there. You feed them a bowl of food and give them some water every day. That's the way I look at it. Fuck rehabilitation. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. You shouldn't have done what you did. Rehabilitate yourself. Rehabilitate yourself. But as far as Ron Paul, you know, Ron Paul, he's, you know, he's not a bad guy. But what we don't need right now is a conservative person. He's not a happy medium. He is not a happy medium. Okay? This guy is not a happy medium. Alright? Now, is he one of the better Republican candidates? Yeah, he is. I'll admit that. He's one of the better guys. Alright? Rudy Giuliani's a freaking idiot. So is McCain. You know? Although waterboarding is torture. I will agree with McCain on that one. That's for sure. I've been waterboarded before. I know how that shit feels. And that's torture right there. But, anyways. Yeah, McCain, Giuliani, those guys, you know. They ain't worth nothing. But I would like to hear some comments on here. Everybody puts it, oh, you're an idiot. You don't know what's wrong with, you know. I want to hear about, well, if we can't tax, if you don't get the money from taxes, where do you get the money from? Our trade policy's gone to shit. You know? We need money now. We can't wait for 2 or 3 years you know, to get our trade back up, which Republicans in history have a horrible history in trade. Alright, Republican presidents. Horrible history in trade. Just look at George Bush's father. That's a good one. Alright? And he himself, George Bush is a good old dad. One of the biggest reasons why he got freaking basic kicked out of office by good old Clinton was he lied to the American people and he taxed them. He raised taxes. Because he realized, oh, holy shit, I need money, and I need it now. We better tax people. Yes, I believe, and that's not a socialist view. I don't believe that we should just, everybody's the same and everybody should get paid the same and all that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that people should be taxed different. I'm not saying that we should tax people and give it to another group of people. I'm saying that we should tax everybody, but different people need to be taxed higher than others. You can't tell me, as a poor person, if you're a poor person right now, but you work, you bust your ass every day, you can't tell me that you think it's fair that you get taxed the same percentage at a flat rate tax as somebody who makes $1 million a year. $1 million a year. You're telling me that you think that's fair, that you both get taxed the same rate, or even worse than the same percentage, the same amount of money. You make 30 grand a year, or say even 20 grand a year, and you get taxed $1,000. And then the same person who makes $1 million a year gets taxed $1,000. Give me a break. Come on. You know that ain't right. That's not right. You need taxes, because if you don't got taxes, you don't got money. If we didn't tax anybody, we wouldn't have any money, which means we don't have money for programs. And yes, Republicans use our taxes every day. Every day. That's what they use. So I'm not saying Ron Paul's a bad guy, or I'm not saying that he's the worst Republican candidate. I'm just saying we don't need a Republican right now, currently. Probably after 20 years of having Democrats, especially if it gets left wing, yeah, we're going to need a Republican, because then they're going to fuck it up, and that's going to be screwed up. Now we need a Republican for that happy medium. You got to go back and forth sometimes. That's all I'm saying. And no, I'm not a socialist. I'm not a socialist. I'm not a liberal. Okay? I'm not a liberal. At all. I have my own conservative views. Alright? I have my own conservative views. If you guys look at any of my videos on, some of them on Michael Vick, the dogfight, you'll see that I have conservative views. I got some real conservative views. But right now, what we don't need is to be conservative. We don't need to be conservative, because what we need is drastic change. And when you're conservative, things change real slow. Things don't get done fast. Things go real slow when you're all conservative. Things are real slow paced. There ain't no drastic change, because everybody's scared of that drastic change. Everybody's scared of letting letting people do what they do. And that's not what we need right now, because we need some drastic changes. So, yeah, that's my views on it. Like I said, I'm not saying Ron Paul's a bad guy. In fact, I think he's one of the better candidates for the presidential candidacy. But, and I also think that he should stay in government. He should stay. So we can't just have all Democrats or all Congress or all Republicans running our Congress and Senate. We need, that happy medium once again. That bipartisan community. But he's definitely not the best candidate overall. Definitely not. Alright? That's just the facts. And y'all know he ain't gonna win anyways. So all you guys voting for him, you guys are fucked anyways. You know that. But, anyways, well, that's it for that one. Write me some comments.